you a kombucha?
For a long time, I thought kombucha was like a drug.
It sounds like it should be.
My nephew goes, "Can I have some bucha?" And I'm like, "Say that in the house."
Are you a bucha guy? Your nephew's a bucha guy? Kombucha, it has a weird taste. Like,
Yeah, you just got to power through.
it's like a little spicy. Why is it a little
Why is
spicy?
it spicy?
Why is it spicy? Yeah, it's exactly like
Yeah. Yeah, you got to power through that. There's like, it's showing my granola side. There's
Yeah.
like medicinal aspects
It's
to
just so
it.
good. The probiotic is so good for your gut health.
It's for your gut flora.
Yeah,
and that's
gut
where your
flora.
like,
That's disgusting.
so your like immunity
Guys,
system
don't talk
is
about your
housed.
gut flora on the podcast, please.
It's a little too personal.
I prefer to talk about like gut fauna.
Gut fauna, the creatures in your gut.
TMI.
Yeah. Sorry.
little woodland creatures in my stomach.
What?
It makes me think. That's what I think when I think of fauna. I think immediately
Like
of
a
a
fawn.
deer. Yeah, I think immediately of a deer. Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fair.
on that note, welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Liz.
I'm Ephraim.
And I'm Reed.
We got some thoughts for you to think about today.
Some like gut fauna.
Gut fauna. Gut fauna. It makes me think about the Ant-Man movie where they go to the quantum realm and there's the little quantum creatures and
Yeah.
they're like,
Quantumania.
yeah, there's
Confession, I really didn't like any of the Ant-Mans.
not even one.
No. Fell asleep.
Wow. I think
Yeah.
the first one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it has like the Edgar Wright was supposed to direct it, who made
The airplanes.
no the Wright brothers. God dang it! No, Edgar Wright made the Simon Pegg. I'm trying to think what are the movies.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. He made Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
He's got other ones, and those are like the ones that I like know of. But anyway,
Right.
he's got a very like particular style, and it's
Yeah.
pretty comedic and really funny. He was supposed to direct Ant-Man. They had him and Marvel had differences, and so he left the project. And so it's got inklings of like his style, but it's not quite there.
It felt like it was really trying to be a comedy and it just didn't land a lot of times.
I thought it was pretty funny, but you know, it's just opinion, I guess.
That's the one where he gets arrested and
It's when he's in prison,
Yeah. Right.
they break him out, and then he has to steal the like.
Then he gets tiny.
Yeah, he has to steal the suit. That's his
Right.
whole thing, Liz. He's Ant-Man.
right.
I said then he
on.
gets
But
tiny.
physics have
Come
no.
on.
They have no.
I don't like being yelled at.
consistency in that movie. In those movies.
Oh, of course. And does any superhero thing have consistent physics?
no, I guess not.
No. How do you go faster when you fly? What do? You just like squeeze your glutes a little more? Like what are you supposed to do? Like
Are you
Well,
not
they
more
actually talk about
aerodynamic?
that in Invincible, like when he's teaching
that's
his son
right,
how to fly, he's like,
Yeah. They talked
Yeah.
about it.
they
You
literally
dummy.
talk about that. Come on, are you listening?
it's just like another superpower, basically,
Yeah.
to be able to like push off of air.
Alpha Bear, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's a good show. Invincible. So very recently, Christmas was just,
Christmas.
was around
Had
the
to hit him-
corner
hit him
just
one more time.
in the past, right? You say something's around the corner, you think it's like it's coming up soon, but like
It was back
around
there.
the
just
other
be
corner,
the other corner, right?
the old corner.
the one we already passed that corner. And so anyway, Christmas
blocks.
time was here. Christmas time was here. I got some PC parts for Christmas.
Yeah.
basically.
Right.
And I built my first PC in
Congratulations.
as a
Wow.
You're
as
now a
person.
father.
I'm now a father.
I'm
now
a proud
the proud
PC.
father.
Does it work?
Last year I had
For the first time,
2 kids.
he's a
this
father.
year
Oh, you have children too?
I have kids. Yeah,
And
Wow.
2 of them
2 of them. Yeah, I've got kids.
multiplied.
And so now I have a PC. I'm a PC dad. And so I
Which do you love more?
Wait, when did you switch? I just caught on to that. When did you switch from Mac to PC?
so that's the deal. So
Wow.
I am
Trader.
Trader. I have had a MacBook for like 10 plus years now. Like I've been an Apple person for a long time. And it wasn't like as accessible, not to show my age here, but it felt like it wasn't like super common back when I was a kid, you know? And so then when I was in high school, I got
Stone
one
Age.
exactly. I was given one. And so I got to use that. And so that was pretty cool. But and so I was used to PCs, obviously growing up in that world, and then did Apple stuff, Mac stuff for a long time. And I got a PC now as is common in today's world
For gaming?
for gaming.
Okay.
That's exactly right. For gaming.
Okay.
To play video games.
I'm just going to throw this one out there.
Okay.
If you switch to an Android, you're being removed from all group chats.
Group chat.
There's
you're
like
done.
a solid 4 group chats that we're all in. I'm removing you from all of those.
You guys are all iPhone people too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We're all iPhone people.
Yeah.
No, so and that's the difference is that I didn't get rid of my MacBook or like it's not to replace my Apple things.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
simply
In addition,
to play games.
it's like getting an Xbox.
It's way more work than getting an Xbox, and
but
so
more opportunity.
more
as well.
opportunity. Yeah, and so it's kind of cool. There's more games, and I have a graphics card that's like really good, basically, and so it makes my games look really pretty, and so I can, but I
playing
still
a lot
can't,
of Minecraft.
I still can't play Minecraft.
Oh, for real?
So no, I can. So it runs really well. But when I have the like shader thingy that I want to make it like look realistic and have good shadows and look real cool, I can only run it at the lowest settings because it's too much for my
Yeah.
computer or for my graphics card or whatever. And so, but I think it's because of that specific shader because I can play like Fortnite.
There's the truth.
Ephraim, do better.
No, like we played Fortnite. I don't play it all the time, but it is fun. I have no
Do you
no
sing
hate
the-
against Fortnite.
Do you sing the song we play? Yeah, Fortnite.
number one? Yeah, number 1, 2, right? Yeah. We play Fortnite right now, but there's another game that just came out called The Finals that
Yeah.
I've played a couple times. Basically, playing other games on like high settings, like so
Yeah.
it looks really good and it runs like great. It's like
Right.
smooth, like Tennessee whiskey, And so,
Excuse me.
It's a great
Excuse me?
song.
What?
It's a song.
Some Chris Stapleton,
Who? What?
He's
Great.
a
Country artist. He's
country
the one
artist?
that sang the national anthem at this past Super Bowl, and
really?
and made Jason Kelsey cry.
I don't
Really?
think
Yeah.
I saw that
It-
performance.
Oh,
Moving?
please go listen to it. It is so good.
No.
So well done.
No.
Okay, I take
I'm not. I won't.
Okay, so walk me through how does one go about building a computer? That just doesn't feel realistic.
So, and that's kind of where I was. So, when I was in middle school, a friend of mine.
He's taking us all the way back. It's
All
like,
the way
walk us
back.
through the process.
years ago.
Okay. all
Well,
right.
when I was born, I had a
Hold on.
dream.
The hospital I was born in. It's a Wednesday. It's about midnight. No. So
Oh, incredible. Were you born on a Wednesday?
I think I was born on Wednesday.
Do you know what day of the week you were born on?
I was born on a Wednesday.
No way.
I was born-
on Tuesday.
Oh,
So I was born the day before Thanksgiving. So that's I know it's a
right.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez. My kids were born 2 days before Christmas. Maybe that's too much information.
you
but,
one up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
their
like
social security numbers also,
No.
please.
there's 2 of them. So, yeah, it's right before Christmas is so like that's a rough time to have a birthday. I
Yeah.
feel bad. Like we'll make sure we'll take care of
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
your
feel
fault.
good because I just
But-
got to buy one present.
There it is. Boom, done. That's the worst kind of person.
There's 2 of them, Reed.
There's 2
Right, one present that they share that is
for
for
birthday,
both birthday and
for
Christmas.
Golly, dude.
Reed's
It's a
never
rock.
invited to any of the games.
Exactly.
It's a
Never.
rock.
So anyway, when I was in middle school, my friend's dad worked at the middle school we went to, and he was like the tech guy. And so he, like one summer, we spent like all summer up there at the school. Like we would play video games together, like just chilling. But then a lot of times he would have us working child labor. I didn't get paid, so I'm waiting for that check. I'm just kidding. But he would have us like working on some of the computers and just like doing little tasks here and there. Setting different things up. And so like I had like some amount of knowledge of like how different things work. And we were kind of going through like a course that he had for like a computer class, like just for fun, like because I'm a nerd, and so like that was fun for us, and so
That's
I
neat.
learned some things in the past. And then like I said, I went to Apple, and Apple makes it to where like any dum-dum can use their items, or it's supposed to, you know.
Or you could say it's very user friendly.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's
That's
very
what I meant.
accessible.
It's very
Yes.
accessible. Except for your grandparents, right? But the why is it so hard? I just don't. Anyway,
I don't get it.
You'll understand when you're older.
I will. When
You're not there yet.
When you hit 30, you'll understand.
And so anyway, so now I've kind of been in this zone of like things just kind of working and not really worrying about stuff. And, you know, obviously there's limitations to that, you know, because you can't do everything exactly the way you want. And so now I had to build a PC. You have to pick the right parts. You have to make sure the parts work together. And then you also have to make sure like they're the right, like they're powered right, that you're not like limiting different parts with certain parts that you have, because only this thing is only so powerful, and so this thing is being limited in its power. And so it's like there's so many like balancing acts you're doing,
Yeah.
and then you have to put it together, which is like adult Legos on steroids.
It feels very much like a hard, like a difficult, like beyond difficult level puzzle / Lego set.
It's too much. Reed, you've built a PC.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like it's difficult, or like,
Well, so
am I alone in this?
it wasn't super easy. I did
Sounds
buy
like
a
you
lot of my parts secondhand. They were all
that's right.
when I first built it, like 90% of it was used, and I bought it all together, and I just had to get a couple of pieces and plug them in.
So you had the motherboard.
No, motherboard I had to buy new.
Oh, okay. So
So-
you had to do a lot of the work.
Yeah, I did. I had to reinstall everything, but it's helpful because there is a website that you can plug in all these parts, and it'll say yes, they're compatible
right.
at this level. You know, like they'll all work together 100%. You know, and so it's not like you just have to know. You know, you just like you're picking and plugging into that website and saying, okay, well, this is the motherboard I'm getting. So what can I run on this motherboard? You know,
Right.
so yeah, but I think the scariest part is just not breaking anything.
Exactly.
Because like your motherboard's fragile, you know, and you're like plugging everything into the motherboard. And if you like apply pressure in the wrong way, you'll just like snap parts and they're just broken. They're
Busted.
busted.
Do you have to like wear gloves while you do this?
No, but you do have to be very careful of static electricity or like what is it? Electromagnetic? Not electromagnetic. What was
Like
the word?
magnetism, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's static, yeah.
Static, yeah. Because if you are like electrically charged and you accidentally like shock your motherboard, it's screwed.
You can
That-
destroy the whole thing.
Oh my good!
Yeah.
How do you know that if you're charged?
You just
So,
like
like,
before
when
you
you
start
touch
working on it,
metal
you just
stuff
touch
and-
some metal, yeah.
Oh,
you know, like when you're like
Okay.
charged and you shock
Yeah.
somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right.
It's like, but it's like, why? That's just so crazy. You have to like think about that. Like,
yeah.
when you're
Why are
doing
people allowed to do that?
that. You should be
Well, it won't hurt
feel like
you.
it's
It'll
okay.
just waste your money.
waste your money on
Yeah,
your things.
but it just feels like
A professional should do it.
Yeah.
Somebody else should be doing this. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like it's so like it's weird, it's complicated. So like the Lego part, it's complicated, but yeah, the biggest thing is that it's scary because you're just worried you're gonna break something. And so my brother was like pumped I was building a PC because he has had a PC for a little while. He's been trying to get me to get one. I finally did it, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna come over. We're gonna have a PC building party. It's gonna be awesome." Which like is awesome because like his thing was that like, oh, I just want to make sure you feel comfortable like doing XYZ because
Yeah.
you can break stuff, you know? And so I was like, it just, the timing didn't work out. And so I was like, I think I can do it. Right. I'm pretty confident I'd do it. And I did, thankfully. I don't have any horror stories,
Like
unfortunately.
first try, you did it.
First try, yeah. But I had to call him a couple times of like, hey, am I doing this right? You know, whatever. But yeah, I was nervous, super, super nervous. And I thought like, I should probably wear gloves, right?
Right, yeah.
I didn't, but I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to wear gloves just because of the risk of slipping, I think.
Yeah.
Like for you to have like you can't wear thick gloves.
Right.
You know,
Well, I was thinking like ski gloves.
What? Stop.
well, but like, I don't know. It just feels like it would be more in the way than anything.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Even like latex gloves.
Just
Like,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
all I know is I needed to replace my headlight a few weeks ago, and YouTube said I needed to wear gloves. And then when
really?
yeah, and then like I I watched so many videos on how to change my headlight because I was determined. I'm gonna do this. And then I go to AutoZone and the person did it for me and I didn't stop them. But they didn't wear gloves and I was like, the YouTube says to wear
It's
gloves.
probably like
Just
that
for
YouTube
you.
guy was probably like, I gotta make sure I put all of the safety stuff in there, or else somebody's gonna get my video taken down.
That's probably true.
Like where when you go to a construction site, they make you wear a hard hat.
yeah. Who cares?
That doesn't feel
It's not
equivalent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You probably just needed to change your headlight fluid. That's probably all
Did
they
you
do.
check
No,
that?
I checked my blinker fluid too. It's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for you. I have.
Doesn't work for
I've
me.
changed headlights before, and it's not the easiest thing in the world because, like, a lot of cars you have to take off like components on the inside, like your dash and things like that. It's pretty.
No, mine was just right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
I've also
How-
changed the brakes in my car before.
Have you?
That was scary.
That's a
Well,
process.
Changing the brakes themselves wasn't scary, but getting in my car and driving it the first time after I changed my brakes was scary. 'Cause I was like,
Exactly.
"Ugh, I hope this worked.
Reed, how confident do you feel working on your car?
I mean, I can do pretty much what I need to do. I don't know. It's a great question.
A lot of confidence coming.
I think if I had my dad,
Classic.
right, we could get done. We could get whatever we needed done.
Yeah.
But by myself, without YouTube or with YouTube,
Yeah.
Well, the resources available. So
Right.
with YouTube,
I feel fairly confident.
With YouTube, all things are possible.
Yeah,
Honestly, though.
I think I read that in the Bible.
Yeah. Honestly, though, yeah, I don't do anything in general. Like
you look like a car guy though. So
I don't do anything.
I don't do anything in general without consulting YouTube now. Like
okay.
anything around the house or anything like in my car or anything, you throw up, you just search it up on YouTube. There's a video for it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I will say I confidently know how to change a tire.
Okay.
And
Go
work.
girl.
But this is several years ago. I was having coffee with a guy friend and my tire was flat when we got out, like trying to go home. He's like, "Oh, did you know your tire was flat?" I said, "Oh no, it's fine. I'll I could just get it changed." And he was like, I'll do it for you."
Was he trying to be suave? Like,
Yeah, but he didn't know what the heck he was doing.
that's great.
He didn't know what he was doing. He was pulling out all these things, and he didn't. It was kind of like Michael Scott trying to change the tire a little bit,
no.
but a little bit better. So he kind of knew what he was doing, but like little tricks of you need to loosen the bolts before you lift the car,
Right.
otherwise the tire's just gonna spin and spin. And he kept running into that, and I was like, I think you should loosen them before you kind of crank it up. He goes, No, that's fine, it's fine. And he just kept running into the problem, and I go, maybe you should lower it. And he goes, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And so just that's how it was the whole time. Like me trying to tell him what he should do, and he's like, oh no, I think I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
And so what could have lasted 15, 20 minutes if you'd have just let me do it. It was 30, 45 minutes of
Jeez.
arguing about this dang tire. So for sure I got changing tires on lock. I don't know where the dipstick with the oil. I don't understand. that
Check your
stuff.
oil.
that's so basic.
You got it. You could do it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
You can change the tire. You can check your oil.
I
Yeah.
can change my light bulb. Well, I didn't even get to do it. The person at AutoZone did it for me. But in theory, I know how. Yeah.
I'm paying somebody. Why not?
I've changed headlights and taillights. I've replaced my brakes. I've changed my oil
My
Yeah,
oil.
many times. Changed tires, obviously. I installed a radio, like a third-party radio,
Oh, okay.
aftermarket radio, into
Yeah.
my car once. So,
Nice.
that's about the extent of my car working.
I once had to change my radiator 2 or 3 times in a row.
Oh.
It was
Brutal.
insane. Yeah, it leaked twice. So, yeah, it was brutal. But so I've done that, changed brakes, tires, obviously. I also installed radio, but I also had to do all the speakers because I was driving a 98
nice.
Jeep Grand Cherokee, and all of the cones were just the speaker foam was just falling out. It was old and destroyed. So
Yeah.
it sounded terrible in there. So changed the radio and all the
I
speakers.
feel like having old cars. So my first car was a 98 Ford Explorer, and then I had a 2000 Camry, and then the last car before, the one I have now, was just an 03 Corolla. And so I got really good at like, oh, it feels like this when I drive. It's probably the alternator. Or that happened. New battery. And like I could get pretty good at guessing like, that's like a $400 fix. Like to my roommate, something was going on. And I was like, that'll probably run you like $500. And she came back. She's like, it was freaking $400, dude. It's like, yeah,
nail that?
It's because I've had to fix a lot of things
That's
in a lot
so
of old
funny.
cars.
But like the knowledge that you get from that is so
Priceless.
like it's cool. I don't know, like, and I just got a new car in like October, and it still kind of feels like a Christmas gift, you know, like it's just like it's so exciting. But it's just like it's newer, you know, it's a 2019, I think, and there's like a lot of like new things about it, you know, like
There's a lot of stuff you couldn't fix yourself.
I couldn't fix myself, you know, and there's stuff about it, you know, it's got a lot of the you know, assist driving thing. It has the auto stop or the auto like engine
Yeah.
thing.
The
What do you
ignition
call that?
turns off.
Like it turns off while
It
you're at
turns
a red
off when you're
light.
at a red light. Yeah, that kind
Ooh,
of stuff.
I don't like that.
I hate it so much.
I don't know
really
many
hate it.
people who like it.
It's like
Does it actually do anything?
it's supposed to like save your gas and like it's better for the emissions.
But is
so you're
it?
like
Environment.
but it's like it's got to be so minuscule, right?
Right,
Like
right.
the minute I'm at the red light, like it's whatever.
If a minute. I
If
think a
that,
minute's
right?
like the maximum. you
Right,
can sit
right.
there.
And so like I don't. So there's stuff like that that's like I think I can turn that off, but like there's a little thing, and then it's got these modes for how you like want to drive, and one of the modes is like the eco-friendly one.
Oh, yeah.
which is cool because it's like it saves you some gas a little bit, right? And like you're kind of watching it, and so I like to do that one, but I can tell that it's adjusting how the like
Yes.
when the gear shift.
I
Yeah.
hate eco mode.
It's like-
I'm always on sport mode
I
in my
hate
car.
it.
Yeah.
Because it's like I hate the way that feels. Like I'm not like actually controlling my car. Like
Yeah.
something else is kind of controlling it for me. You
But
know?
it's just
I know.
a standard with a different setup.
Right.
Like
it's just the
and-
curve is slightly different, right? You
right.
know, like
You're still driving a standard.
right.
I mean,
right.
an
Or a
automatic,
manual-
an automatic
transmission, right?
whoops.
Yeah.
You're still
Took me-
driving an
yeah.
automatic.
You're not wrong.
the whole time.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
My car is the same way. It has eco and it has sport and it has regular.
Now your
right?
sport is a little more fun than my sport. I can tell you that right now.
I
I
drive
drive an
on-
SUV now, so it's like a big
Dad
mob car.
car.
I
Yeah.
drive on eco all the time, and then sometimes when we're on the highway, I'll turn it on sport mode. And I'll be like, "Watch this, Aubrey!"
Nice.
And it just like revs for a long time.
It's probably when I got car sick when he was driving. 'Cause he's
Shut
in
up.
sport mode.
Shut up! I was not in sport mode.
It's a struggle
we were in
bus back
traffic.
there.
But yeah, I keep it in sport mode because it like
Yeah.
it feel like I feel
Yeah.
Kind of like
it feels right.
herky jerky when it's in eco mode. That's how
No,
it feels.
it's
Herky
not.
jerky.
Yeah.
Mine's so
Yeah.
smooth in eco.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Sorry.
Maybe I'm just better driver than y'all. I don't know.
Maybe.
Definitely
Maybe
Liz.
so.
It's rude.
Maybe so. I don't know. I just think that just like let me be in control of the car. You
Get
know what
a
I mean?
standard.
But see,
Get a
this
standard.
goes back to the Mac or the Apple and PC conversation of like with the PC, you're in control of everything, including whether you waste your money and destroy it yourself, or it's the Apple
Someone does it
where
for you.
somebody does the whole thing for you. There's
Right.
nothing you can really do on your own, but it should work, right? You know,
Can't you make modifications to Macs though?
you can. People do,
But it's
it
not-
voids your warranty and like you know, there's
It's not like the
not
same
easy,
as
you know,
PC.
at all.
Yeah.
Because they have like special parts, right?
Proprietary screws and like
Mm.
special things, and so yeah, it's difficult, and so I don't know.
Wow.
Let
My
us know where
solution-
you land on whether you would like to control your destiny or would you like somebody else to control your destiny.
With someone else, I can blame them if
That's
if
a
they
good
mess
point.
it up.
That's a good point. Reed,
Yeah. Put me in control.
put me in control. Keep it in sport mode. We'll see you next time.